Darren, how are you?
I'm fine. Are you dialing in from Minnesota?
I'm in Minnesota. Yes, I am. I'm in
Yeah, I
Hopkins.
always heard the rumor of, hey, did you know Joey Molland lives in Minnesota? And you go, what? When did you move to Minnesota?
Well, I married a beautiful girl from here many, many years ago. So when we had our children, we came to live in Minnesota. Yes.
And Minnesota is a hell of a music scene because not only are you there, the Replacements and Soul Asylum and Husker Du, that's all from there. Prince and Paisley Park, that's from there. Did the music scene have anything to do with you moving to Minnesota?
No, really, my girl was from here. And so we just decided to come and raise the kids around the family. And that was really more to do with it. But I did know some musicians here, Randy Anderson, people like that in the city. And, it is I agree with you, it's a great town for music. A lot of different scenes going on, rhythm and blues, rock and roll, current music, a lot of great music coming out of the city. So, yeah, it's great.
Did your path ever cross Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis?
No, I didn't. We lived on the other side of the lake from them, is about all. But
Got it.
no, I never met them, unfortunately, no.
Well, we were connected to talk about, it was 50 years ago today, and that's one of the last concerts I saw before the pandemic. I saw the Long Island Westbury Music Fair show that you did, and it was fantastic. This one, do I have it correct? It's revolved around Rubber Soul and Revolver?
That's right, yeah. Boy, there's a lot of songs, man. There's like 30 songs, 35 songs or something to do. So it's a lot of work. A lot of great, the 2-minute wonder Beatles songs just kill you. So it's a lot of fun. I'm working with the guys is great. Todd, he brings it every day, as you saw in the last shows. Christopher Cross, a beautiful singer, great songs of his own to do. Just a knockout. And this time we've got Denny Lane with us too. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Known Denny for many years and we've done a lot of shows together, of course. So I'm just really looking forward to it. I'm leaving on Friday from Minnesota here, going into New York to rehearse for 3 days, 4 days. And then we're out and we're off and running then. Yeah.
Now, you hold the distinction of actually playing on albums by John Lennon and George Harrison beyond McCartney's and Apple Records ties to Badfinger. But did you personally know how to play most of the Rubber Soul and Revolver songs before this project?
Yeah, it did be, from when I was a kid, really. I'd learned the songs, when these records came out. The way we used to know all the songs, the order they came in. And you could actually predict the key because you heard it so much. So, yeah, I knew them all in that sense, but I wasn't refreshed on them. I wasn't up to par on all the changes and all that stuff. So I've really been kind of working as hard as I can and to get those changes down, it's good.
Is it the same format as last time where it's those full albums plus 2 or 3 hits per performer?
Yeah, pretty much. We're all doing different songs, of course. I do a couple of the Badfinger hits. It's that format, yeah. But the form's jumbled up now, So
yeah. I'm really looking forward to your portion of the show, of course, as a longtime big fan of Badfinger. It's great to see how you've kept the legacy alive and well. And I would argue, my friend James and I were talking about this. He was excited that I was speaking with you. He's a big music supervisor. And he basically said the 3 corners of power pop are basically Badfinger, Big Star, and the Raspberries. I'm curious how you feel about the term power pop.
I don't know. I guess it describes the music a little, the way we played it. We were a little bit, let's say, less than twee, or more than twee, if you like. And we played beat music. All of us were big beat music fans, so we tried to put that into the songs, no matter what. And of course, I only know how to play rock and roll. So everything we did, I played like that. So it worked for us. I don't know who made the term up, but it was good and it stuck. So who am I to argue with it? It's all right.
But it's also interesting to me, not just the quality of your work for many, many years, but depending on what the gig is that you, Joey Molland, are playing, it's either a really hip indie thing or an oldie show or a tribute show or an anniversary show, meaning some of the gigs you're playing to basically an arena of people. Some of them it's an award show. Sometimes it's a club. You never know what gig you're going to get out of you. It's very unpredictable, but it's always you.
Well, you have to, you've got to be solid. You've got to be consistent. I love rock and roll music. So I'll go anywhere and play it. You know what I mean? I play clubs, theaters, and like I say, I get invited to do these events on the kind of show we're doing here. A lot because I did those records with John and George and stuff, and we were involved with Apple. But I like to think they get me in there because I really work on bringing the songs to life. And I don't really care what song it is, unless I don't like the song, in which I usually say, I don't like that, But I like to bring the music to life. To me, that's the most important part of a performance. You want to entertain the people, of course, and give them a bit of a laugh and, whatever. But you bring the music to life, and I think that's what the audience dig about it. And I think that's why I keep getting work. I keep getting gigs, because I always bring that. And I always insist that we play the song tonight, not try and reproduce some 50 years ago performance of it. We play the song now. We do the songs in the same keys. And those Badfinger songs, you've got to sing them out. There's no falsetto on Badfinger songs, and there's no vibrato either. So it's just straight ahead music. Love to play it, and thanks for inviting me along, is what I say. It's great.
When you first took over the Badfinger legacy, and it became clear that that is your band, you're keeping it alive, it was kind of the peak of heavy metal in most of the world. Were you ever worried about that, oh, how's this music going to survive? I mean, years later, we saw Def Leppard cover No Matter What, and we've seen Badfinger keep getting covered. But was it ever worrisome for you, or did you just have faith that good music was going to live on?
I always had that faith about it, and I never thought of us as not a heavy metal band. We used to do, when we first came here, we used to do like Whole Lot of Love and stuff like that on stage. That was part of our stage show. We only had one hit when we first came, and then we had 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 5. So we did pretty good. But we used to include that kind of music in our own lives, Mountain and all that stuff. Boy, and then I was so happy to meet Leslie West years later, man, what a hero. You know what? I love that kind of music. So no, I wasn't bothered about it,
So that's interesting to hear. I never would have imagined Mountain and Led Zeppelin and being in your vernacular. But when you think about it, some of the Badfinger stuff was heavy. It's just, it's so melodic. You forget about that heaviness. So we progressed with along with the current music that when we were recording, there was a lot of that stuff starting to bubble and starting to come and starting to do it. And, we already had the Mountain records and everything like that, I mean, mind you, we had like Todd Rundgren records. We had band records. There were a lot of great music. There was a lot of great music around, and there still is today, sure, of course. But we tried to stay current and play. Liverpool just won 4-0. So you have your football bar there in Minnesota?
I'm right in my living room right here.
Well, there you go.
It's all going on. See?
Nice. The time different benefits you. It's 7 hours ahead.
I'll turn it off now, yeah.
No, I just got 2 quick questions for you, and then you're a free man.
Oh, that's okay, boss. It's over now.
Well, congratulations on that victory. And I'm curious if you know what's coming up for you after that It Was 50 Years Ago tour, because some artists before COVID, some artists would know what they're doing 2 years from now, 3 years from now, and other people learn the lesson of, well, one tour at a time, 1 week at a time, because who knows it's going to get canceled.
We're putting a new show together, Evening with Joey Molland. It's going to be called, and it's kind of like a storyteller show. But we're going to have
You're going to have dogs. An Evening with Joey.
Yes, Molland. I do right here. I'll see. But we're putting together a new show. A fellow named Mike Franklin out of Florida, who's done a lot of stuff. And he got in touch with me, so we're putting that together with films and full production. We're going to be taking that out in June. I think we're going to start with that. I'm also doing the Joey Molland's Badfinger shows, and they're getting booked as we speak, different places. We're going to like Cohoes, New York. We're going up to Buffalo. We're going down south in the summer. And I'm going to England in the last week of August. I'm going over to the Liverpool Beatle Week, doing that. And I love that because I get to go see my family. I get to play some more Beatles stuff and go to Liverpool, Liverpool's one of the great cities in the world as far as I'm concerned. Of course, I was born there, and that lends me on, but I had a great childhood there. I had a great upbringing there. I met all these musicians, just great people. And the Liverpool people are really pretty nice people, if I do say so myself. Yeah. So
I hope to eventually get there. I've not had the pleasure of experiencing Liverpool, just the music. So
you owe yourself a visit, man. You owe yourself a visit. It's one of the great cities in the world. Yeah.
Well, my last question for you, besides the football in your living room, do you have a TV recommendation you could pass along for someone who needs a new show to start?
For do what? For a new show to start?
Yeah, because let's be honest, at this point, most of the shows we watch, it's 6 to 10 episodes. You watch it in 3 days, and then you need another show to start.
That's right, yeah. Well, I watch detective shows, so kind of Wallander and things like that, some of the European shows. I love Japanese movies, so watch them. I really enjoy Amazon, Prime and all of that stuff, Netflix. I really enjoy it, and I don't mind binging on stuff. The Bosch series was great.
Yeah.
I just watched the Reacher thing right away. I'm a big Reacher fan anyway. I've read all the books and all that stuff. I do a lot of that on the road, you know what I mean? Traveling, I read books. I'm working on studying Ireland right now, just the history of the country. I'm 50% Irish, and my mum was born there and stuff, and so I don't even know what I'm talking about now.
You're talking about great television shows that you watch, and give me some recommendations.
I watch the news, of course. I watch the baking show, the English pies and all that stuff. I love that. I'm a good cook, pretty good cook, what people tell me, so I enjoy that. TV's a personal thing, isn't it? You know what I mean? You might like it, you might not like it. I'm a bit worried about the redneck situation now. The rednecks have seemed to have made a big comeback. You know what I mean? I remember when we first came here to America, we had long hair and tight jeans and all the rest of it. And we'd go to restaurants and they wouldn't serve us, because we had long hair, because we were hippies or whatever. It's kind of weird. Seems to be, I don't know. Come on, guys, let's get it together. We'll all live on the planet. Let's live together and let's do it, guys. We can build a better world. We can. Good Lord's with us as well. He'll help us all he can. That's my belief. So, so I don't know. Life goes on, doesn't it?
Sure. Well, I'm looking forward to this show. It was 50 years ago today, again at Westbury Music Fair on Long Island. Looking forward to that Evening with Joey Molland show eventually coming to New York. But thank you for the many years of great music.
Oh, you're very welcome. That's my pleasure. And thanks for giving me the opportunity to do it and keep on playing. I can't believe it, really, that there are so many great players and great writers and great singers. I get to work with a lot of them.
Sure.
And it's one of the great pleasures of my life is watching real star performers perform. Christopher Cross, Todd Drunken, I'll be able to watch him every day. You know, it's great, man.
Well, best of luck with the rehearsals in New York as well, and have a wonderful rest of the day, man.
Thank you, man. You too. And thank you so much for helping us promote the show. Come and see the show, everybody.
See you there. Thanks, Joey.
Yeah, see you there.
Paltrocast.